Hello Internet, this is game 1 of round 2 against MajorBowman, who won the Nugget Bridge Major earlier on in the year, so, he's obviously, somewhat capable at these online tournaments, so, I didn't really know what to expect, because he's used all kinds of teams throughout the season, from what I know anyway, but, when I saw his team preview, it looked like a kind of rain. He had the Swampert there, which can be a little bit of a problem to my team. I need Breloom, basically, to deal with his Swampert, and the rest of his team looked quite hostile towards Breloom, but I felt like I had to bring it, because I thought the Swampert was going to be quite important for him. But let's see how the game goes. I lead again with Lifebird and Thunderous. I didn't really see any way that he could, stop these two, so like in the round 1 game, I just lead Lifebird Thunderous. I like this lead. He gets the Intimidate off, which obviously doesn't do anything to me. And I do remember saying at the beginning of these tournament videos that, my head wasn't really in the game on this day, to be honest. I mean, it sounds like I'm making excuses. I've said a few times that I made quite a few rash, decisions that I suppose were a little bit regrettable. And this turn 1 is just one of these, put your, all your sensitive bits out, on the line, basically, because I just went for it, turn 1. I go for Fake Tears and a Hidden Power Ice onto this Virizion, and I did have a suspicion that this wasn't going to knock it out. After doing the calculation, I think it does have a chance to one-shot it, but it's not a very big chance. And it just hung on there. If it would have knocked it out, then fantastic. I might have, well, obviously I would have been in a much better position as far as the rest of the game goes. But might have even had the game, kind of locked up just here, really. But unfortunately, doesn't knock it out. He does connect to Stone Edge, and it does knock out my Thunderous because he's got the Life Orb on his Virizion. Because he does have the Life Orb, he knocks himself out as well, basically. Now, I was a little bit worried about what this Arcanine was going to do, but thankfully it just goes for a Snarl, which doesn't do anything to Lifebird, basically. It doesn't really care about the special attack drop. He was obviously expecting my Thunderous to play some, with some shenanigans there. I bring the Terrakion out, though, and he's got his Thunderous, which is, nice for me to see. I don't really mind seeing that. I've got my Terrakion. I can drop all these rocks on these Pokemon. We're down 3-3 at the moment, and I'm feeling pretty good. Now, this turn, I know that his Arcanine has just gone for Snarl, so I do have the option to Encore it into Snarl to give my Terrakion these justified boosts, but I thought that is just too obvious, isn't it? That's just really obvious. But I thought, well, okay, I'm in a good position. I don't feel like I need to try and predict. I'm just going to play the safe move, just going to go for the Encore and the Rock Slide. But he sees through it, and obviously he is threatened by the rock move as well. He withdraws. He does put the Swampert out, so I know that he has brought the Swampert here. I do go for that Encore, and he goes for Rain Dance, which is quite interesting to see, I suppose. It doesn't really bother me too much. We did just see that my Lifebird was faster than his Thunderous as well, so that's really good information to keep stored in the old head of mine. I get maybe a bit of damage off with this Rock Slide as well, which is always nice. So here's the damage. See the Citrus Berry on the Thunderous, which is good information as well. And this next turn is, this next turn, it's the turn that makes or breaks the game, basically. Now, I've been, harping on about making all these reckless moves the whole time. This move, I felt, was safe. I felt this move was, really good. It was going to win me the game, potentially. Happy days, basically. I know that the Swampert hasn't Mega Evolved, so he's not got Swift Swim. I was thinking he's either going to just attack with Thunderous or bring the Arcanine in for the Thunderous, for the Intimidate onto my Terrakion. But I didn't think he was going to protect. I predicted him, I suppose you could say, to not protect with his Swampert. And I thought, and I still think it does, knock out this Swampert, the combination of a close combat and a foul play. Foul play with the Black Glasses actually does a lot of damage to Mega Swampert because it is so, physically offensive. So Let's see what happens. He does Mega Evolve. Let's see if he protects, though, because I've double targeted into that slot, which I suppose was potentially risky, because he hasn't brought his Arcanine in, so what's he doing? Oh, his Thunder Waving me. Oh dear. So that's not too bad, as long as I can get my attack off. I do get the close combat off, which brings it well into foul play range. Definitely well into foul play range. But you can see it happening, can't you? You can see it coming a mile off. Lipard gets fully paralyzed. So on the same turn, he paralyzes me and I get fully paralyzed. If I didn't get fully paralyzed there, I would have foul played the Swampert, would have definitely knocked it out there. And then he's just got the Arcanine and the Thundurus to try and beat my Terrakion, basically. So I felt like I'd won this game if this one paralysis did not happen. Unfortunately, it does happen. And he gets his Earthquake off and knocks out both of my Pokemon, basically. So, there's not anything else that I can say about that. Oh, okay, so he knocks the Terrakion out, Lipard survives. There's not really anything else that can be said about that, really. I've got Brillium in the back, which obviously I didn't really need against this Swampert, because a combination of foul play and close combat was going to knock it out. But, you know, here comes Brillium. Just, you know, Lipard gets fully paralyzed again. Not that it really matters. I was just trying to encore the, what was I going to do? I was encoring one of the Pokemon into something. Probably the, I don't know, maybe the Thundurus into Thunder Wave, just because it's a non-attacking move, basically. But I get fully paralyzed. I don't go for the Mach Punch or anything, trying to chip off the Swampert. He gets his Earthquake off. And he gets his Hidden Power Ice off as well. So, you know, that's quite unfortunate. If I don't know, if I'd got that Encore off, then I'm pretty sure I would have lost the game. The Arcanine was at full health, but that's how it goes, I guess. You know, the whole game just hung on that one turn where he used Thunder Wave and fully paralyzed me on that one turn, because without that, you know, as you see, the Swampert was definitely going down. But that's unfortunate. That's RNG. That's Pokemon. But I know that I would have won that game without that one, you know, quarter chance of RNG. So I did feel really good going into the second game, actually. I thought, you know, this is a team that my team can handle, definitely. So I didn't feel too bad. But, you know, stay tuned. The next game's, you know, coming up. So thanks for watching this, guys. If you've enjoyed it, then please like it and share it if you really liked it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you really, really liked it. So thanks for watching, guys. And goodbye for now.